So leaders are someone who just don't come up on stage, give speeches. Leaders are also to ensure that you have chairs to sit and awards to applause and the camaraderie that you are having right now. So leaders also ensure that. So I'm giving all the credits to me and of course upcoming essay and ex-essay and ex-essay. All the hard work the essay team has done. And since we are still settling down right now, let's have a quick warm-up, okay? And the quick warm-up game is wrong answers only, right? So I'll ask you a question and you have to give me wrong answers. So the first question is, why is sky blue?
Because
I threw a bucket of paint.
I like that.
because the carpet is red.
Carpet is red.
I like that blue.
You like the blue color.
That's just
Today
infinite.
it's meeting.
Because it is written, right? More bulky answer. Huh? I want everyone to laugh. Come on, think.
Because someone left the tap open.
Okay, next question. What does table topic master do on stage?
Escape speaking.
Escape.
Open semi.
Open. More quirky answer.
Judges people.
Judges people. Who's the table topic master?
I don't know what all I'm feeling better.
Okay.
Maybe
So-
is taking on notes
Help
on what she has to do.
Help people not fall asleep after.
Yeah.
Understand.
That's very honest. You know, the funny thing is, if she just doesn't do
Gets
that,
on a table and puts everybody on the spot. Gets on a table, that's wrong.
you know when you answer.
Table topic master. I think stands on a table.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then does not give any topic. I mean, even I'm bad. Cool. So I hope all of you are warmed up and excited for today as well. We have our installation ceremony for the upcoming XCOM, and that's a very exciting part. And as an SA, my responsibility to ensure that the ground rules are set. So guests who are here who are wondering what SA is, I'm Sergeant at Arms, and my role is to ensure that everything is set and the ground rules are established. So since members are there, I'll not call out the ground rules. I want you to call out the ground rules. So what's the first ground rule?
Please switch off your mobile phone and keep them
Switch off,
silent.
Mobile's on side.
I think Priyansh can list all of them.
Mobiles on silent.
And you'll get 1 second.
I already know.
1 second.
See, that's a kind of proactivity.
Okay. What's the next rule?
No cross.
No interruption.
No cross talking. Yes. And you can only do that slightly in between, but not loudly.
During the
No during the applause.
During the applause, you are allowed to move. And the washroom is that side. Anything else? Third rule? Important rule?
If
Don't
you-
talk
Be mindful of your conversation.
Yes. Avoid talking about, be mindful about sex politics in religion. Right? With that, the rules are set. And it's time to invite someone who's a presiding officer. But I'll give you clues. Though it is very obvious, but he is someone who walks on it. He loves table tennis.
Someone who is it? Money?
And he's someone who calls his XCOM at 11 o'clock while walking also and make them walk. I hope all of you have guessed. Okay, let me tell some good things also. He's a triple round winner. He's also the ex-past area director of IO3 and he has taken multiple roles in the club. So the list is numerous and he's someone who's always there in the back, in the corner, ensuring that everyone is well taken care of. So without much ado, let's invite 1, 2, 3
Money.
on the stage.
Thank you all lovely audience and also to lovely SA for the beautiful introduction and the amazing warm-up for this audience. Let's hear a great shout out for our SA of the day. Before we start, to acknowledge the dignitaries in the hall, our area E3 director who is present in the hall, Toastmaster Ankita. So happy to see you all today. Any guesses why?
Because we look beautiful.
That's your last.
There are many right answers. There are many answers to tally upon. But before we go ahead, I would like to go ahead to start this particular meeting in a way to there are many guests in the hall to help them understand what is Bright Hearts Toastmasters and also to give a glimpse of Bright Hearts Toastmasters, where we started in the year of September 2024. Right from the start, we have qualified and achieved all the best credits available in Toastmasters International. In the first year, the highest recognition, which is called President Distinguished Award, which we secured in our first year, and in the last program year, which got completed in June 30th, where we qualified and recognized as Medley Distinguished Award. So a quick question to all the members. On what basis Medley Award is given?
DCP points.
Yes. DCP of 1 of 10, 2 of 10,
10 or 10.
or 10 of 10. So Bright Hearts Toastmasters has checked all its boxes towards the education criteria, membership criteria, and also administration and training. That's where it made its presence on the top of the District 121 Leadership Board and got this award from Toastmasters International. Let's hear it out. A loud shout out for our Bright Hearts Toastmasters. Today, I have the privilege to call and recognize the outgoing officers in a way it happens through the meeting segment. But I always love to recognize the ExCom officers. For the one last time of the previous term, may I request the officers, wherever you are, please stand. First, the ExCom officers, the Vice President Education, Toastmaster Sayuj and Toastmaster Aditya. Toastmaster Priyansh, Toastmaster Pooja. President Public Relations, Toastmaster Pinchu, Toastmaster Junmil. We have the next President, Toastmaster Vibor, and Secretary, Toastmaster Sangam, Toastmaster SAS, Toastmaster Dipcha and Toastmaster Somil. My dear lovely audience, so these are the ExCom officers who made and ensured the previous term so bright and very memorable with all their hard work and dedication. Let's hear it up for all these officers. As we move ahead, we have few guests. How about getting, as you got to know about Bright Hearts Toastmasters, how about we getting to know a bit about you? So may I request the guests to come on stage. Maybe you can share your name, what got you to this meeting, what are you looking forward in this meeting? All right, yes, please.
Prasanna, 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 Prasanna.
Hold it.
Yeah. You just hold it.
So, hey, good morning, good evening. So, good evening to all. I am S. Prasanna. I am doing my internship as a software developer. This is my first time to Toastmasters, and my brother is already a part of Toastmasters. And he was inviting me for a few times. So, I thought I'll give it a try today. And it's very new to see you all, and I'm very excited to move forward.
Thank you for sharing that, Prasanna. I'm sure you are going to see a lot of transformation in your family through your brother. So moving forward, Prasanna, would you like to come share you?
This way, yeah. This way. Hi guys, I'm Shreya. I'm a pastry chef slash product designer slash graphic designer. Okay, so I have attended a few meetings here and there in Bangalore and outside Bangalore when I was staying in Pune. Yeah, and yeah, this is my first time here. I can't wait to see what it has in store.
Thank you so much for sharing. And I'm sure going forward, you will also say slash Toastmaster. As we move forward, let me call and open this meeting number 86 as open. Bright Heart starts with the letter B. Today we have the amazing theme which starts with 3 Bs. Anyone knows what are those 3 Bs of today's theme?
Right.
Theme for today's meeting is beacons burning bright. As like all your faces and the smiles, so the beacons always burn bright. And there is a lot in the store for us to know through our Toastmaster program. But before that, when I heard about this particular theme, it always reminds me in terms of my love journeys. Initially, I thought as coming as an electronics engineer, beacons is something which gets deployed on the edge devices. But later I got to know it is something where it will also give a light and helps and be the torch barrier. So that's where today I would like to take an opportunity to thank all the torch barriers in my life. When it comes to Toastmasters, it is through I got a lot of mentors over here, and majority you are already mentoring our founders. And there are many mentors in my journey as well, which made me to stand over here. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of them. And today, to make this meeting even more brighter, we have very bright heart, who always brights with her brightest smile.
Wow.
And make sure that she always brings the brightest smile in others too.
Wow.
So put your hands together for our very enthusiastic member, proactive member, Toastmaster Nivedita on stage.
Thank you, Mani, for those kind words. Maybe I should thank my genes for the bright smile that comes in, and maybe my profession also somewhere. So imagine this, a stormy, dark night. The waves are rising, the sky is becoming darker, and the ships are losing their way. And there it is, one beam of light cutting across, showing the path, telling us, this is the way, you're not lost. That is what leaders have been all through history. Beacons burning bright. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, a small boy who was selling newspapers in Rameshwaram, igniting the dreams of many. Martin Luther King Jr., who, with his dream, lit the pathway for justice across generations. Today, we are honoring those leaders, and also I'm inviting you to look inside and think, what kind of a beacon am I becoming? Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and dear guests.
Good
Good evening. I'm Nivedita, and I'm honored today to be the Toastmaster of the day. And today is a special meeting. I know all of you know the reason. Can you tell me why? Yes. So, we are going to install the beacons for our upcoming 6 months. The people who will lead us and lead the club. And honestly, these are few of our brightest stars. So, for the understanding of the guests, today will not be a regular meeting. Usually we have a prepared speech section, we have a tag roll, we have evaluators. But today, the first half will be taken up by our installation ceremony. And followed by that, we have a small break. Post the break, I have a very fun session planned for all of you, including a table topic with a little twist to it. So are you all ready for the same?
Yes.
Okay. So now I'm again going to call upon our outgoing president to deliver his outgoing speech. So when I talk about money, the first thing that comes to my mind is when I joined Bright Hearts, first day when I walk in, I see this quiet person sitting, and I think that time he had a better ponytail than many of us women here. Sitting there as an essay, and he comes up and talks in a very polite, sweet manner. I'm like, okay, who is this person? After that, when I saw him on stage, oh man, he's a literal silent killer. I still remember this one general evaluator role he took, where he did not have a single piece of paper in his hand, and he was literally giving the entire G during that meeting. Also, I remember one pathway completion speech that he gave. He did not again have a single paper in his hand, and he literally gave that evaluation, and it gave me goosebumps. So that is Mani Kumar for all of you. Mani, I welcome you back on the stage.
You Nivedita for that introduction. How many of you here heard about volcano? Seen the fumes coming out?
Do text
From
of
the-
sound?
Yes.
Yes.
How many wants to go and touch it? How many wants to live with it? So, good evening, Bright Hearts. Once again, I started my Toastmasters journey almost at the heart of pandemic time, which is in the year of 2021. When I started, when anyone talks about states, the volcanoes is what comes into my dream. It's like always going towards the volcano, the hot seat, which I always wants to avoid from the school days, which is not in my favor. But when it came towards about Toastmasters, it happened like in pandemic. How many of you looked for finding new hobbies? Same way, I also searched to find some new hobbies. That's where it happened to look for Toastmasters, and Toastmasters journey started for. I started with one of the brightest club in Bangalore, where I got the opportunity to live with the club and also experience the Toastmaster executive committee roles, where each and every role taught me when it comes to membership, PR, as well as the secretary. Each and every role has taught me and left me with a lot of lessons. And there was one dream that left during that time is when I will become president. But I don't want to be that jump or immediate position, but I want to grow with the time. That's where it happened to aspire for that. And later, due to some of my corporate professional commitments, I have to take a break. When I came back, then the Bright Hearts is doing its spreading all the troops. And I got the opportunity to start, as I say mentioned, as a Sergeant Arts for Bright Hearts. Then last program year, I got a dual honor in terms of serving as an area director and also the presidency of Bright Hearts Toastmasters. During this presidency, where I delivered my incoming speech with having the goal and agenda for the Bright Hearts term is always about giving wings. When I visualize it, generally how many of you give emoji of a heart? Can you all show how do you give emoji of a heart? Wonderful. So when I seen about giving wings to Bright Hearts, for me it looked the Bright Hearts into this shape, giving all the wings, which is always about the wings. The W is about the welcoming new ideas and also the new members. That's where you have seen the creative meetings with help of our Vice President Education team as well, with all the new ideas incoming. And also we have onboarded 14 new members in this particular team term. And the second one is about the inspiring the leadership. As you are already seen, making sure that each and every member inspire themselves. That's where in all these 6 months, for me, it's always like a kind of 6-piece agenda for each month. It was about, in terms of the first month, the transition, the second month, which is about our club contest, third month, which is about our area contest, fourth month, our division contest, fifth month, the district conference, and sixth month, where we celebrated the next transition phase. As these things happening, all the new ExCom officers, which were always ready through their inspirations, and the end, which is about the nurturing leadership. That's where we were able to seamlessly making sure and form the very strong and committed team for the next. When it comes to the letter G, which is always about the grow higher, there were many members who were able to share their testimonies through Bright Hearts Toastmasters. How many of you given the leadership seminars or the talks in your office? So through the Bright Hearts, we were able to hear from Toastmaster Debsha being said that, Sayud said that, where it has helped them to grow in personally. And also they were members, if you remember the last meeting whom they shared, they were very facing difficulty to talk to a group of 2 to 3 people. But now that boundary got expanded, and they are growing. They're growing together with our Bright Hearts Toastmasters. And the S, which is all about the soaring success. Soaring success having a lot of success role models in the form of the awards, which all awarded to our Bright Hearts Toastmasters towards the successful and whatever the Bright Hearts members, the executive committee officers has shown and delivered their best. This is the result and the outcome what you see. Before we move towards those awards, I would also share that we started the term with the meeting number 63. From then, there were many marathons, speech marathons, and we have seen icebreaker marathons where 9 members who started and made their bright beginnings through our Bright Hearts Toastmasters of an icebreaker. How many of you remember those icebreaker speeches when you were delivering and coming on stage and sharing all your experience with all the new faces? So that's where this particular term has made and resulted in 9 beautiful members starting their icebreaker journeys. If you ask me, is it enough? I would say no. That's not enough for any of the term making it happen. Then it happened to make sure that we always learn, but how about having some fun? So through our ExCom discussions, ExCom boiling it down in terms of making sure that we also have some fun times. How many of you remember the outgoing or the crescendo outing where we all traveled together, where we were all together in a room and not just speaking something else, but speaking all about the conference, speaking all about in terms of the Toastmasters, and speaking with new spontaneous ideas, where some people added this liquid. Adding in new liquid has helped even to bring more spontaneous ideas and making sure that that meeting is even more lively. And adding to that crescendo meeting, and there were many dances I got to know through that crescendo meeting. And also our squid designers were our members like Toastmaster Aditya, Debsha, as well as Abhishek, who were also part of the LEAP program. They were entered with a squid game targeting each and every audience. So that's where we have also enjoyed is along with this Vision Do meeting and its travel. One of the most important thing that I would also like to reiterate is that we have our presence, the Bright Hearts Toastmasters presence throughout the area level, where our club champion represented area, division, and also the district, and got many gold cups in terms of the competitions when it comes to humorous speech as well as evaluation. And there were many podium finishes from their point of view. And all this wouldn't have happened without the support. I hope you all do agree about the mentors. How many of you have got at least one mentor call every week once? You were able to talk to your mentors, you were able to do your brainstorming, or able to get that what new ideas you wanted to implement. So this wouldn't have happened without the support of that all the mentors who were guiding and to make our members progress towards the high side. And when I move upon in terms of thinking about what is we have up next in terms of executive committee, when it comes, there are list of offices where they have, I would say, maybe I was cruel when it comes to the work, but I am wild to give the best to the Royal Bright Hearts. And for that, where we had all the consistent and members who were able to take their time out from their personal time, even members who have their families, who got their families, so started new families as well in each particular term. You get it? So here I would like to take one last opportunity in terms of thanking all the executive officers, executive committee officers who gave their best in when it comes to any of the talking, as let's say introduction was mentioning about 11 p.m. talks. I'm so sorry, I said 11 p.m. talks. But I'm sure that those are all the talks where I made us to understand and get things into better way. When it comes to any of the meeting executions, though there were different things going on, but I have to thank our Toastmaster Sayuj and Toastmaster Aditya, who were very spontaneous, and they have a very great humor and sparkling and cracking all these challenges and putting it even more simplest form. That's where the idea of they have executed in terms of the spontaneous goals, taking on the spot goals and making sure that everyone gets the opportunity to take and get prepared in an instant moment. And our family grown towards, as per Toastmasters roster, we are 41 members, a strong family. And it wouldn't have happened without the support of our Vice President membership, Priyansh, as well as Pooja, where they worked towards, they are always like giving and welcoming with that cool and warm smile. They always give their best, very sincere to whatever it comes when it comes to the membership things. And that's where it made us a strong family together and welcoming 14 new members in this particular term. And moving on towards our social media presence, where always new things, new ways how to spread the Bright Hearts name, which started coming towards, and through how many of you are aware? Excuse me. So as that sound is coming, so our public relations also wanted to take that sound of Bright Hearts. That's where our public relations team has created and worked towards ardent effort and got the district award for the first time in the silver presence by our Toastmaster Pinshu as well as Toastmaster Junior, who were very creative, and they add one more scene. They are very curious to give the best to Bright Hearts. That's where our public relationship has grown and grown and grown in all the media platforms. And the next and most important, how many of you in corporate journey in a CRIs of hands or working professionals? What will be the next action item when you attend any meeting? MOMs, the minutes of meetings. The minutes of meetings, we always try to read it in the form of black and white. But our secretaries have ensured, Sangam and Varun, these all the MOMs not only filled with the text, but also the memories of pictures. Pictures happening through the meetings and also capturing all the white smiles of all the members, the meeting happenings. And that's where it has helped many members to go through what has happened in the last meeting. And also, do you all remember the fun question which comes at the end of MOM? Yes. So those MOM questions which all made us to skim through, where is it? Where is the answer? Where is the answer? Where is the answer for that? And Sangam has very kind heart at the start. It was very simple to identify. But as the meetings progresses, the MOMs became very, very difficult is what I heard. That he has come up with very strong questions that you have to go through the MOM even more carefully to identify those answers. Thank you to our Sangam and Varun for that secretary MOMs. And as you witnessed today, any meeting needs that high energy start. Do you all agree?
Yes.
So have you witnessed the same today?
Yes.
So that's all possible because of our experimental Deksha. This is what I always mention. And all the credits towards the SAS Ajit Comes Deksha, as well as Soumya, who was there all the time when it needs to the club. These all ExCom officers who made this term very, very memorable when it comes even more. Yes. So today, as treasurer went to find the treasury,
Next important.
money. So treasurer said he is on the way. So I said I will give the line when he comes. But on the audience interest, so our treasurer officer who is Toastmaster, we both who also ensured that always when it comes to balance sheet or numbers, what are the two colors you always see when it comes to any of the money graphs? Either the red or the green. But many thanks to him who ensured that always our balances or finances are in the form of the positive side, which is the green side, and ensured and made sure that our club can run even more well for the longest terms. As I had even more fun times with all the ExCom, taking either a lot of small, or maybe they are very kind to me, giving very small comments to me. Even I am so kind, or even very less times in a way, I always try to comment others. But when it comes towards, these are the 11 officers which made, these are all my working experiences, which are always there possible with their commitment. And the most important, whenever I used to get any of the doubt in this particular term, there were two people whom I always go to. I call my go-to persons as well as the backbone. They are our founders, Toastmaster Akshay and Toastmaster Parivati, who were there always through all the term execution point of time and giving their inputs in any form of the club runnings, of the happenings, and all the plans. During my term, there were certain planners that we wanted to execute certain things. As through my leadership experiences, it happened to be an exceptional learning as well, and got to learn how to attend anything of the situation, need of the hour, the priority, where there were many uncertainties happening in our life. Likewise, how many of you remember that our term started at a hustle hub, right? And we had to move around in terms of experimenting in some 2 different venues or 3 different venues. You remember the pink rooms where we had a meeting towards the pink room as well as UV and Bloom, different venues. That was one of the learning which I got to learn about when it comes to community club, where I interacted with the corporate clubs the community clubs, there are different challenges, and the venue. This particular venue where all the EXCOM officers put their efforts in terms of identifying what is best, what fits right to our members, where they can all sit together and enjoy and have a great meeting. This is one of the uncertain learning and which has made me feel that I hope we have reached better goal in terms of our meeting conduct. And the other one is about the renewals. Renewals is something where there were many different learnings, and we have seen and observed members have wanted their own new growth path, and we always respect them. And we have also, during the renewals, understood and learned a lot, at least from my side, how to make sure that the club happenings, how to make it balanced. And that's where we have also, and one of my biggest learning when it comes towards the leadership lessons. And I'm going to take these lessons forward and going to apply beyond my life, making sure that whatever is happens, whatever it is required, helping the members and understanding the membership needs, what is required. Because I'm so thankful to all the bright hearts who are present. Because of that, we are now the strong, Smedley Distinguished Club, which we got recognized in our district conference. There were many feathers added to a crown when it comes to Metamorphosis Award, the Thriving 30 Award, Spirit of 121, the Education Awards, Membership Awards. All these awards are all possible in terms of all of you, all the executive committee members. Many congratulations to all the members who have completed in this term. We had 6 educational awards where members have completed their 6 the educational levels. Like in Toastmasters, we have pathways, and pathways have levels, and each levels have multiple projects. All the members have completed all the projects and secured their level completion as a mark Toastmasters recognition. As we move upon towards previous program year, and this program year we are entering into it. From previously, we were as part of District 121, Division I, Area 4. And in this new program year, we will be part of District 227, Area E, Area 43, and Division E. As we move upon, when we want to pass speaker, as our Toastmaster already mentioned, that is where we have already seen and witnessed all the members' participation in choosing the next term leadership. That's where I am sure and I am very confident the term which is entered into the right and safe hands. I'm sure the bright hearts going to grow exponentially through under the leadership of Toastmasters Sayaj and all the executive committee members. With that being said, I would like to say and mention that thank you so much for all your lovely smiles, lovely presence, and making all our meetings grand. And thank you so much for your trust and confidence and electing me as the president of January to June 2026. And now I would like to say with the note that make sure that your every Sunday counts and every Sunday matters towards the journey of why you started Toastmasters. I'm sure that Bright Hearts is always there for the growth of our movement. With that being said, I would like to take sign off and mention with a big thank you to all the Bright Hearts. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Back to you.
Thank you, Mani, for that reflective speech. I'm sure, and as a member, I would actually like to thank you for all that you did in the past 6 months. I know juggling a role as an area director, as well as a club president, along with your other professional commitments, would not have been easy. Thank you from me and the others also as members of Bright Hearts. Now, for the exciting journey ahead, the installation ceremony. To spearhead the same, we have a special guest amongst us. She defines herself as an enthusiastic, curious person and fun-loving individual who is up for everything. She wants to have fun too and wants to make sure that every moment counts. She is very interested in leadership and learning, and like a true leader, she wants to inspire others to grow, but while they still enjoy the journey. She is a data scientist with HP with 4 years of professional experience. So, please welcome on stage our very own Area Director of District 227, Division E, Area 3, Ankita Agarwal.
Hello everyone, is it audible?
Yes.
Love the energy, always. Hey, so good evening Toastmasters. We have gathered here today for the installation ceremony of Bright Horse Toastmasters Club. It's time for a change of guard in the club. It's my honor to serve as an installation officer and install the incoming club officers for the term July 1, 2026 through December 31st, 2026. Before I start the installation procedure, may I request the outgoing club officers to rise wherever they are seated as I call out their names. Sergeant at Arms, Devsha Patnaik. Associate Sergeant at Arms, Sonal Gupta. Treasurer, Vibhor Srivastava. Secretary, Sangam Ram. Associate Secretary, Varun Man. Vice President Public Relations, Prinshu Parmar. Associate Vice President Public Relations, Jermin Andal. Vice President Membership, Priyansh Tripathi. Associate Vice President Membership, Pooja Barak. Vice President Education, Sayuj Varga. Associate Vice President Education, Aditya Patnaik. President Mani Kumar. Dear officers, you have had a successful term and you should be extremely proud for serving the members of the club magnificently in your respective offices. On behalf of Bright Horse Toastmasters Club, District 227 and Toastmasters International, I appreciate you for your hard and successful work. This term, the club achieved several notable milestones including Smedley Award, Trendsetter Silver District PRM Award, the Torchbearer Division I Award, Membership Champion Award, and many more. It's too long. I hereby discharge you from all further duties and responsibilities of your respective office. Please give the outgoing officers a round of applause for the wonderful service they have rendered to this club. You may take your seat. As I call your name, I request elected officer to walk up to the stage and stand next to me one by one, starting from SAA to the president. I also request the audience to please withhold applause till the installation ceremony is concluded. Club Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Vibha Vaid. She worked as a data scientist analyst at Numerator. She deeply passionate about health and wellness with a constant curiosity to learn and grow. Club Associate Surgeon at Arms, Toastmaster Arna Gupta. Arna Gupta, charter member of Bright Art, served as BPM and VGPR of Bright Art in the past. She received a PR Support and Mentorship Excellence Award by Division I. She is currently pursuing her undergraduate at St. Joseph College of Commerce. Club Treasurer, Toastmaster Madhav Bant.
Only.
By profession, he is a finance and a fund associate at JP Morgan Chase. Originally from Ludhiana, Punjab, he joined Toastmasters with a clear mission to overcome his stage fear and grow into a confident communicator. When he's not working with numbers, he enjoys catching up with friends, exploring new restaurants, and planning his next travel adventure. Club Secretary, Toastmaster Badrinaran. An AI engineer by profession, content creator on social media, and a Toastmaster who's always approachable with a kind-hearted personality. Club Associate Secretary, Toastmaster Ilango. He manages team productivity and client relations in the financial operations space. But outside of work, absolute passion is high performance, motorcycles, and exploring the world on two wheels. Club Vice President Public Relations, Toastmaster Somil Gupta. He served as a VPPR and the club's unofficial hype first. If there is a story worth telling or a candid moment worth capturing, he will probably turn it into a post or a reel. Club Associate Vice President Public Relations, Toastmaster Maria.
Associate.
So that we can accommodate everyone line by line. Zigzag. Yeah. Program Manager and Communications Lead at Hewlett Packard Enterprise. With a liberal arts degree, she wears many hats from bossy older sister to chaotic organizer. Club Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Devsha Patnaik. HR professional working as HRG in Honeywell Aerospace. Hail from Odisha, Bhubaneswar. Club Associate Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Manchvika. She's a software engineer from Chennai. She loves dance. Club Vice President Education, Toastmaster Aditya Patnaik. A strategist by profession who is always hungry for new ideas and perspectives. An aspiring multitasker while being an amateur at sport, cooking, creativity, and traveling. Club Associate Vice President Education, Toastmaster Priyansh Tripathi. Software engineer in Bangalore, passionate about personal growth. Over the last 1.5 years in Toastmasters, He has been focused on becoming a more confident speaker and a better leader. Club President, Toastmaster Saeed Work. You get up.
You stand in the front.
By profession, Sayed manages projects, stakeholders, and deadlines. In Toastmasters, he somehow decided that was not enough excitement and took on over more responsibilities. Thank you, Toastmasters. Fellow Toastmasters, I'm here to install the officers of the Bright Hearts Toastmaster Club and to prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. As a team, their collective challenge is to make the club strong and dedicated to helping people from all walks of life to speak in an effective manner. Listen with sensitivity and passionately lead to help many individuals. As they work toward Toastmasters International Slum Mission, each officer is obliged to attend club executive committee meetings, attend district-sponsored club officer training program, prepare a successor for his or her respective office. As I briefly described the challenges she or he would meet and the responsibilities she or he must fulfill, I request each officer to step forward, hold his gavel as a symbol of leadership, and take the oath by saying, I will. So I'm calling one by one. Club Surgery Town, Toastmaster Vibha Verde and Associate Club Surgery Town, Toastmaster Anna Gupta. Please hold the gavel and step forward. Now you can come in between. So that people will stand back. We can because it's really needed. As surgeon announced, your responsibilities included arrange the meeting room, maintain club equipment in working order, ensure that adequate club supplies are available, set up the room before the meeting begins, make sure that all relevant educational and PR materials are displayed, attend to special equipment needs, greet guests, help the president make sure the meeting begins on time. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? Please respond, I will. I will. Thank you. You may pass the gavel to the next officer.
We will hold it for.
Toastmaster Madhav Bansal, did you have a pen so that you can hold the Madhav, could you
Madhav, do you have a pen or something?
Yes, yes, I have pen.
please hold that as a gavel representative?
Sure,
Could you stand if possible?
sure.
Thank you. That's As treasurer, responsibilities include keep financial records and prepare the club budget, announce when it's time for members to pay dues, explain the due structure, members, collect dues, work with the secretary to ensure that the club submits dues on time to Toastmasters International World Headquarters. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? Please respond, I will.
I will.
Thank you. You may now. You may pass the gavel to the next officer so that you can start. Club Secretary, Toastmaster Badrinarayan and Club Associate Secretary, Toastmaster Nan. Please hold the gavel. Step forward. As the club secretary, your responsibilities include maintain an accurate membership roster, work with the treasurer to ensure that new member application and views gets to Toastmasters International World Quarters as soon as possible. Submit a new club officer list to Toastmasters International on time. Work with the treasurer to submit your club's semi-annual report and views to Toastmasters International on time. Provide the club with minutes of each meeting. Will you perform this duty to the best of your ability? Please respond, I will.
I will.
Thank you. You may pass the gavel to the next officer, Club President, Vice President, Public Relations. Toastmaster Somil Gupta and Club Associate Vice President, Public Relations, Toastmaster Mario. Please hold the gavel and step forward. As Club Vice President, Public Relations, your responsibilities include attract visitors to the club through free publicity, use a variety of means to promote the club and its members in as many mediums as possible, both online and offline. Enlist your fellow club members in PR activities, providing them with promotional materials and ideas for inviting guests. Regularly recognize member achievements with methods such as announcements, newsletters, emails, and articles that you submit for the district bulletin. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? Please respond, I will.
I will.
Thank you. You may pass the gavel to the next officer, Club Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Devsha Patnaik, and Club Associate Vice President Membership, Toastmaster Manshmo. Please hold the gavel and step forward. As Club Vice President Membership, your responsibilities include lead the club's membership building efforts, help members with any requirements during their journey, listen to their grievances, and provide emotional support if need be. While the VP of PR motivates people to visit your club, you motivate the current members to invite guests, promptly give new member applications and dues to the secretary and treasurer, personally screen guests and provide them with membership application. Make sure each guest hears about the benefits of Toastmasters and gets a personal invitation to become a member. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? Please respond, I will.
I will.
Thank you. You may pass the gavel to the next officer, Club Vice President Education, Toastmaster Aditya Patnaik, and Club Associate Vice President Education, Toastmaster Priyansh Kupar. Please hold the gavel and step forward. As Club Vice President Education, your responsibilities include gain commitments from members to set educational goals for themselves, assure that club members are aware of the schedule of meeting roles, plan meetings that will assist members in meeting their individual goals, work with club members to keep meetings fun and well run, ensure all members adopt to pathways, work with your members, ensure that they submit their applications for educational awards promptly, represent your club at area and district council meetings. As the second highest ranking officer, preside over the meeting when the club president is unavailable. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? Please respond, I will.
I will.
Thank you. You may pass the gavel to me. Club President, Toastmaster Syed Varghese. Please step forward. As the president of the Bright Heart Toastmaster Club, you are the chief executive officer. Sir, You preside at all club meetings and all meetings of the club executive committee. It is your challenge to see that this club adds new members and meet the needs of its current members to achieve their communication and leadership goals. Establish a club planner that is supportive, stimulating, and rewarding as members. Realize that among the resources available for your commitment is towards fellow club members, club executive committee, area director, division director, district 227 leaders, and officers of Toastmasters International Headquarters. Toastmaster Sayed Verghese, I hand this gavel over to you as a symbol of the power and authority. Should not be said. No. You watched every one of your life. You can. That envelope has given you during your term of office. Please use it wisely and with respect. Remember, you are a member of your team as well as a leader. A team is more than a collection of people. It is an emotional force rooted in the feelings, thoughts, and actions of all members, with the common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. Work with your team members to create a healthy, dynamic club, a club of which everyone will be proud. Toastmaster Sayed Verghese, as a member of Bright Horse Toastmaster Club, as well as its leaders, will you work with your executive committee and your club members to make this a vibrant and a rewarding club this term, and help every individual with honesty, loyalty, and empathy? Please respond, I will.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sayed. Dear members of Bright Horse Toastmaster Club, please rise from your seats. Yes, I said yes, please. Yes. Okay. Your officer team has just pledged to serve this club to the best of his ability, to be the best Toastmasters club possible, and to meet the needs of all its members. Your club will need active participation from each member. Do you, as members, pledge to work together with your officer team to make Bright Horse Toastmaster Club the finest Toastmasters club it can possibly be? Please respond, we will.
We will.
Thank you. Please take your respective seats.
Abhishek responded really well. Abhishek responded really well on the chat.
By the authority vested, please. By the authority vested in me as the area director of District 227, it's my pleasure to declare this Toastmasters officers installed in their respective offices. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to the executive team of Bright Horse Toastmasters Club for the term July 1, 2026 to December 31st, 2026. Like people are ready to go. Now I can speak. Huge congratulations to each one of you on taking your first step in your leadership journey. As well as huge congratulations to all the members who have done all the things which brings a lot of awards in your club. So first of all, before moving forward, I want you to give a huge round of applause to yourself as you had the person who brings these awards into this club. So, how the excitement is after seeing this many awards in your club because you are the bright hearts. You are the person who is recognizable by most of the districts. How is the feeling?
Amazing.
If people ask you and you told, I have bright hearts from Writers Club, they're like, oh, I know your clubs. I saw your Insta posts. How you look feels like? What is a goosebump did you got?
Yeah.
Even I also got when I got to know you are part of under my area. When I was checking when they assigned me all the clubs, and I was checking about all the club status and awards and all. Even I connected with our club president of Master Sayed and our outgoing club president, Master Money, all awards and all. When I was seeing the list, it was too huge. That's why I selected only three, four, which is really, really unique awards in overall district. Only few clubs got this award. That Torchbearer Awards, Medley Awards, because this is the award which is newly came into the district last year itself. And you are the clubs who received the very first time. That's so really amazing. Let me ask you one question. Because you have done a lot of efforts, achieved a lot of awards, so you are already feeling proud, right? Will you stop here, or will you want to do something else to add up more into your treasure?
Two more.
Yeah.
Or you're satisfied with whatever I've done and done, let it be.
Two more.
You need to add, right? And we are in the new district, so fully refreshed. So you will not like that we can say, hey, I had this many histories, because everything is vanished. We need to create a new history again, right? So don't remove our history awards. We have to bring that in our new form. So with that, I want you to be in yourself always. Don't be like we achieved these awards, so we will be always right. Because someone is going to be coming to replace you. So we have to gain our legacy. So you can see people are so nervous. No, please. I'm just saying because we don't need to be do our things, right? You have to be like, if someone asked me in next term also, then I can proudly say my clubs are Smedley distinguished still it's out. Don't be nervous. We have here to help you to work it on. So please be on smiling face always. So as an area director, my role is not just checking your club visitings and club milestones, right? Don't be looking me like that. I'm the person who only comes when an area director visits club, and when I need to be check the milestones, I will pull the club president. That's it for me. Club president, vice president, education, as well as vice president membership. I will get the report every time. But I'm the person who always be with you. Even though as a member, if you need any help, anything, you're not able to reach out, please ping me. I will be always there to help. Even though if I don't have an answer, I will get back the answer, and as soon as possible, I will reply back to you. My current president and my outgoing president already knows I'm the very fast responsive person. Not takes much time. So too fast to respond back. If sometimes takes time, might be I'm in a meeting or not, but definitely I will reply back. So don't worry about that. So with that, a big round of applause to each one of you. And we have to set up goals to add more members, achieve more awards into our treasure, add more and more. Because in this district, a lot of things new going on. So we have to participate each and all. That is the one thing when I was getting everyone's intro and all. I was saying we had a loss of one title. Anyone noticed when I was reading to Miss True? She already get it. DTM. DTM Awards, I think this title is missing from our club. Let's work on. We can try to work on. We have to get at least one DTM. So we have to take one step forward, right? So that nothing will be missing from our club treasures, right? We have to be at everything. So work on that. We have to set these goals. Add members. You're already as per addresses I got to know. We have 41 members. Still we need to be add more. Make our club more vibrant and shine as our club names. So we have to be shine brightly, right?
Yes.
As our club names,
Yeah.
or not?
Yes.
I need an emoji high.
Yes.
Good. That's it. Thank you. With that, I now invite our presiding officer, Toastmaster Sayush Gupta.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ankita. And good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests.
Good afternoon.
How's the Josh?
Hi.
Great. Wow. 14 months ago, first time that I walked into Bright Hearts. The first person who looked and smiled at me and welcomed me was Toastmaster Mani. And it is really fitting that today I take the reins over from him. It feels a big humbling moment. Mani, you have set the standards too high that makes me inspired and challenging to achieve those standards. And to the outgoing officers, thank you so much. Aditya, Priyansh, Pooja, Twinshu, German, Sangam, Varun, Vibor, Devsha, and Somal. Thank you for leaving a vibrant and energetic club. And it's a privilege to come on stage and carry that torch forward. If someone had told a version of me 14 months ago that I'm going to stand on here as your president, I would have laughed out. Back then, I was just looking for a community club where I wanted to give few speeches, take few boxes, and then move on. Little did I know what Bright Hearts had in store for me. And to make you understand why it feels so surreal standing here, I have to take you back 25 years. My Toastmaster journey started at Infosys. As a 22-year-old with a lot of hair, full of hair, full of myself, I walked into the Toastmaster meeting at Infosys, sat down in the extreme corner, gripping the desk, and praying to all the deities known to man that no one looks at me, let alone call me on stage. I sat through the table topics in horror as I watched people voluntarily walking up to the stage and talking on random prompts. Quickly, I realized that's my cup of tea. I made a strategic executive decision that day. I did what most of the 22-year-old do on Friday evening. Partying my salary away. I ran. And I was on the run for more than 2 decades. 3 years back, the universe decided that my running days are over. I had casually shown an interest in a corporate club back in my previous company. So one afternoon, as I was deeply immersed in project work, I got a chat message from distinguished Toastmaster Lissy John. She messaged me, "Hello. You have shown interest in Toastmasters, and Toastmasters International is a global forum, blah, 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 blah." Honestly, she didn't have to write me a paragraph. In my head, I was thinking, Lissy, you had me at hello. In order to maintain my corporate dignity, I messaged her back, "Sure, sign me up." And that was when the real transformation happened. I went from a person who actively avoids crowd to the one who is hunting for them. I found a magical platform where I could be creative, experimentative, and fail safely. But the real plot twist came 14 months ago when I walked into the brightly lit room of the Bright Hearts Toastmasters. It was love at first speech. I'm still convinced that passing that rigorous, famous prospect call is more worthy than the job interview. 2 weeks after joining the club, it was election time. And someone casually told me, hey, you guy, why don't you stand up for the XCOM elections? Just for the fun of it, I threw my hat in the ring. And I lost. But the great leaders of the club found a potential in me and inducted me as associate vice president membership. And that's where I saw how much love and effort goes in to make this club vibrant. Naturally, 6 months later, it was election times again. And this time I thought, why aim low? Let's go for the big chair. And I stood for the president. I lost. 2 elections and 2 defeats. My Toastmaster journey felt like a bad Bollywood sequel. But I have no regrets. I became the vice president of education. And I tell you this, vice president education has the front row seats to see how a club functions. And also, I got to weaponize speech slots. So while I was losing elections and scheduling speeches, there was something funny that happened. Universe decided to reward me elsewhere. My career started gaining serious momentum. And what I learned in Toastmasters, I started applying in my day-to-day job. How many of you have been pulled into a meeting with zero context and the stakeholder asking you, hey, can you tell me the status of this project? I have. And before Toastmasters, my response would have been profuse sweat, muttering incorrect acronyms. But after Bright Hearts, that's just a table topics. I just compose my thoughts into opening, body, and conclusion. Speak for exactly 2 minutes, and then sit down. The stakeholders think I'm a genius. While everything was going great, my health also decided to join the party. I started taking care of myself and I managed to lose significant weight, all in the natural way. Apparently, standing on stage, losing calories on pure adrenaline does really help. So that was my Toastmaster journey. Now, I have a question for all of you. Why did you join Toastmasters? This is where I expect some response.
Let's speak English. Leadership.
So here's the standard answer. Improve public speaking, improve communication, leadership, networking. But let's strip out all the jargons and go to the basics. Why do you want to communicate? Why do you want to do public speaking? And the answer in majority of the cases is, I want to excel in my career. I want to lead teams differently. I want to reach my goals. But then being a timer, being a counter, being a evaluator, how is it going to help? Let's play a game. Raise of hands. How many of you have been in a meeting where the speaker exceeded his allocated time and went on and you wished you had that red carpet show right on his face? Great. Being a timer helps you train your mind to ensure that you respect the executive constraints. Raise of hands How many of you have been in a meeting where the person was speaking, but instead of listening to him, you were sitting and counting his or her hours and hours? Now, as an hour counter, you train yourself so that when you go up on stage and speak, the people listen to your message and not count. Raise of hands, how many of you struggle with giving and evaluate feedback to your team or your peer? Now, every time you step up to give a speech evaluation, you are mastering one of the rarest skill that you can gain. Telling the team that they did a terrible job, yet when they get out of the room, they feel inspired to do better. Now, let's be honest. Leaving aside the corporate wins, Bright Hats is not just a public speaking forum. It's a conspiracy of encouragement. So whenever I hesitated to take on bigger roles, the seasoned members in our club essentially gave me a parachute and pushed me off the plane, shouting, "Don't worry, we are there for you." And that is what Bright Hats is about. That's a secret sauce. We just don't applaud when you sound like a seasoned CEO on stage. We cheer for you when you forget your lines, when you stutter on stage, when you miss a step on stage. We are invested in your messy, beautiful learning process. And as your president here, my core mission is that each and every one of you shamelessly exploit this support system. And I assure you that the executive committee is committed to helping you, to mentor you reach those goals that you have set for yourself. Now, with that, as a president, I know I cannot do all this by myself. But looking forward 6 months down the line, my success is not going to be measured in terms of the titles we won or the certificates we printed or the ribbons we collected. I know Toastmaster Ankita was looking at something else, but for me, the measurement, the benchmark is you. If in the next 6 months, I have inspired each one of you to step out of your comfort zone, break all the barriers that you have and reach your goal, then and only then, I, as your president, would have made the mark. And I know the success of the club is not built by the president alone. I've been blessed to have a great team with me. I would like to call upon my team to stand up on the stage with me, starting with Vice President Member Education Aditya and Priyansh, Vice President Membership Devsha and Manjarika, Vice President PR Somal and Maria, Secretary Badri and Elango, Treasurer SA Viva and Arma. Yeah. So this is our dream team. And thank you for entrusting us with a huge responsibility, and we are honored to take it. And let's together make the next 6 months full of breakthroughs, growth, and have lots of fun. Thank you so much. With that, I want to call back on stage the Toastmaster of the day, my best friend and my BFF, Toastmaster Nivedita.
Think we are kind of almost overshooting our time, so I won't take much of your time. Thank you, Saj, for handing over the stage, and congratulations to the incoming officers, and congratulations, my best friend, to Saj Verghese. You know, you have your best critic available now. I will be watching each of your steps. So, yes, the eyes are there. Yes. So, before we break, I have a small request. I have a few chips there. So, we have a fun game plan after the break. So, you may pick up, I don't know how many of us are here. Few of us are here.
We can just distribute them randomly.
Yeah, you can. It's like, you know, once the break happens, like once we come back from the break, I'll tell you what the game is. Hopefully, it is basically match the following. So, in a fun way. So, 25. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I think we will be okay with that. So, I'll give you the chips. We can pass it around and then we will break for 15 minutes. 15 minutes. We have to keep time. A mark of a good leader is that we keep the time. Yes. So yeah, 15 minutes break. So please enjoy the refreshments. Please get to know everyone. Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
So we need.
Take everything. Put it in. Reminds me of being a class teacher. Right now. Maria, you got to check both the extremes. That's some correct. That's what we got even at least. I'll tell you the games. They won't also. Pick up, it's a game. I need people to pick up.
There's also second one.
Please, okay. Okay. What did you do?
They're discussing important business. It's okay, just continue.
Okay. So the game is very simple. How many of you have got photographs of some personalities? Okay. So, and few of you would have got names. Few of you would have got countries or places. Okay. You have to match the name to the personality and the place from where they are. Got it? You have 2 minutes. Yeah. So, like, you get
Pakistan, Russia, India. Persia, Pakistan,
Lawrence. Please take us.
It should have been Winston Churchill. I had Winston Churchill. Nobody came to me. One bad part. Winston Churchill. The guy. I think somebody had Winston Churchill. Okay, that is Cyrus the Great that you have. You have Cyrus the Great Persia. Yeah, and then Margaret Thatcher.
Yeah, we have the whole combination.
Yes, good. Then there was Nancy Kirani, Somil one. I agree. Somil came first. Somil and Pujur.
Now everyone wants to be yours.
Everybody wants to be the winner. Then there was, yeah, Cyrus the Great I told, right? Persia, Margaret Thatcher I told, Subhash Chandra Bose was there, and Subhash Chandra Bose, and I had put India because I did not get Kolkata as well. So yeah. Not India. There was George Washington. I don't know what George Washington. He was, yeah, he got right. But USA, we didn't find USA.
Why did you send Malala to Pakistan?
Just check Wikipedia. Maybe that's Pakistan. For me, it was Pakistan. Then there was Che Guevara, Cuba. Che Guevara was there, Cuba. That's a Cuba, right? No, like Che Guevara, Cuba. Nobody could Che Guevara. Whoever won, Cyrus Valdez has been incoming president. First day of presidency would be something against
Sorry.
Can
you keep your phone here? Yeah, sure, 1 second.
Okay,
It's fine.
now let's get the serious business. Essays. Let's focus. Okay, so today's table topic will be different in the sense that we will be evaluating the table topic speakers. Okay, so there will be an evaluator which will be done by our wonderful Maria. I'll be calling her later to present the evaluator's report. And we do have to give us a timer. So the rule stands the same. Table topic speaker will get 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, you get the green card. 1.5 minutes, you get a yellow card. And at 2 minutes, you get your red card. So like how science wants to show cards at the face of people who go on talking. Similarly, table topic also has a time limit. Okay. So the only difference here is because we want to honor the historical leaders. And I'm not using the PowerPoint today. So I have few pages kept here. If you see, it's like, if you remember in your exams, in your practicals, you have, right, like identify the item and write about it, something similar. But my questions will not be testing your history. Don't worry about it. You can come here, pick a leader, show me the leader. I'll say a few words about them, and then I'll give you your table topic. Sounds good? Okay. So first I should call a member. First I will. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 people you can choose from. Please.
Mother Teresa.
Oh, right. Please come. So, first of all, welcome, Manju. So, Mother Teresa, as we all know, she was from the city of hope. She helped millions of people, especially poor people, and who were considered untouchables at one point of time because of leprosy. She actually helped millions of people and was a beacon of light for many hopeless humans who are suffering. So that is why Mother Teresa is a chosen leader today. And your table topic, Manju, today is not all of us can do great things. Not all of us can do great things. Manjarika. Thank you.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Good evening. I don't believe that not all of us can do great things because initially I used to have a nihilistic point of view towards life. I thought, what is the point of anything? Even if I'm not there anymore, world will go on, right? Then what is the point? I thought everything is pointless at some point. But then I remembered when one friend came and told, Manjarika, you were so nice to me that day. Or like whenever I hear people remembering small things about me or about how I impacted their life, I feel like, no, somewhere my presence also matters. Somewhere I have contributed in at least having small changes in people's life. And I see that other people doing to me as well, because whenever I come to meeting and I see great speeches, and people might think that maybe it's just my pathway completion, but no, I get inspired and I want to go back and do better in my next speech. So I really don't believe that not everyone can do great things. If every small thing, every speech, every small kind act of kindness that you do to other person, everything has an impact. And everything does not have to be huge like Mahatma Gandhi or Mother Teresa. It can be small things, but they are still great. Which is why I believe not everything needs to be, not everyone can be great. Thank you.
Thank you, Manjarika. That exactly was the essence of that speech. Not everybody needs to do great things, but like how Manjarika mentioned, her small gestures of kindness, or how sweet she is to all of us in the club, that actually helps us come back again or reach out to her. So those things also matter. It need not be that you're doing great things, but even small things matter. Thank you, Manjarika.
Yes.
Now, yes, whom do I call as a guest? Yes,
Let's go. Us can do great things.
We want to pick.
But
Yes.
what's it? Are you sure? No, but you may.
So he has picked up B.R. Ambedkar. Any idea what B.R. Ambedkar is known for in India?
So much.
Yes, he was the creator of the Constitution of India. But do you know he came from a very oppressed background. He was oppressed. He was from the lower caste, but still he went through to break all those ceilings and then reached the Columbia University and the London School of Economics. So that takes a lot of courage. That takes a lot of grit and determination at that point of time in our society, right? So Prasanna, your topic is. He wrote the rule book for the world's largest democracy. If you could add one rule for how people should treat each other, what would it be and why? If you could add one rule for how people should treat each other, what would it be and why? That's enough. Thank you. If you could write a rule, rewrite a rule on how people should treat each other, what should it be and why?
Yeah. Yeah, so good evening to all. Myself Krishna, and I will start the topic with the when I have the photo. The Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, we all know he is the father of Constitution, and he has done many things to our country in terms of abolishment and encouraging the so-called lower caste people and all. The topic is what if I could add if I could rewrite and rule that everyone will follow is like he has given us the pathway to encourage these things like abolishing all these acts and encouraging lower caste people. I if I could add one thing is we can follow that regularly and we should inspire our next generation also to follow these great things written by great leaders like B.R. Ambedkar. So that was the thing I would like to.
Thank you, Prasanna. Yes, I truly agree. We should be following pathways. Like, not everybody can be correct. Not everybody can be perfectly, what is it like? Pave the pathway for us. But in certain times, whatever lessons which we get, which are valuable, which can be taken forward, as you mentioned, preventing discrimination, it is very relevant to the current society, and that is something we all can follow. Now, may I call upon Sneha? Sneha. Yes. Okay. Sneha, do you want to tell me who the leader would be? So, Sneha has chosen Nelson Mandela, the person, the father of nation for South Africa, if I may say so, the person who abolished apartheid there because there was a lot of colorism and discrimination that way in South Africa. He also kind of took Gandhi's way of non-violence and then propagated the same, and he abolished the apartheid system from South Africa. So, Sneha, based on that, your topic would be. Yes. It always seems impossible until it's done. It is a famous quote by him. So the topic is it always seems impossible until it's done. Sneha.
Raise your hand if you have broken any kind of barrier, be it small, be it huge. It might be that going to a swimming class and learning how to swim, going to the gym and constantly practicing and able to reaching the point where you're able to lift more weights. Going consistently on a walking journey, going on a diet, reducing your weight. When you start any of this journey, it feels really tough. About 2 years back, my health went for a toss. I had to go on a diet. I had to change my whole diet plan. It was really hard the first 2 weeks. But after 2 weeks, it has been 2 years now. Now I'm not able to lead that diet. I am able to eat in a balanced and healthy way. At the same time, I'm not starving myself. I can have one samosa at times. I am not. So even though it felt so hard that first 2 weeks, getting through that phase helped me reach here. Now that's just a small. There are freedom fighters like Nelson Mandela, Gandhi, who did great things like lead an entire nation, fight for their freedom, fight for their rights. So imagine what kind of hurdles they would have thought, they would have faced. For us, in our individual journeys, we would not have seen people discouraging us, but they had to face all that discouragement from the people they were fighting, and yet they broke through that. But to reach there, we have to build that habit in ourselves to not fear the impossible and just go for it. What is the worst that can happen? Thank you.
I should get inspired that way. What is something that has happened to me is like gain all the weight that I lost. Sometimes I feel like very easy. So that is something I should learn, Sneha. Thank you for that very inspiring talk. Now I will call upon our area director.
Woo!
So she has chosen Mahatma Gandhi. I don't think I need to talk anything about him. We all know him as a father of our nation who led the non-violence movement and inspired a lot of subsequent movements and generations on the same principles. So Ankita, your topic will be. Yeah. So Gandhi proved that you don't need force to win the fight. Describe a time when patience or calmness helped you in a situation when anger would have failed you. Describe a time when patience or calmness helped you in a situation when anger would have failed you, Ankita.
Anger will fail you in many of the situations that we always have seen, right? This is the thoughts comes whenever you have done anything, right? Even in your job, tackling the solutions, even when you are having a hard conversation with your teammate after. So one of the experience in my life as I started my career 4 years back itself, during the COVID, just end of the COVID, I can say, that time is a very hard conversations came to me with my manager. The thing is like I don't aware about the situation because we are just comes from the college pass out students, so we don't know much about this business politics and all like that. That time we had some project going on and he directly put me into the project without giving me a single KT. And that time I definitely blasted the production because so much about this. And he just came to me with a complaint and blaming. Like if you didn't reach out to your seniors, even though I reached out to my seniors multiple times, they're not ready to give me the support during that time. That was a hard part to my life. And when I lost to be a person, sometimes always be calm and try to solve the solutions, problems to get the solutions instead of creating a more problem. Because this is the motto of my life, always. Not being a part of the problem, be the part of the solution. So I was trying to convey with him, like, can we do it some other way? Instead of just creating a blaming each other, right? He's like, no, you have to take the blame. I'm like, why should I take the blame? I didn't got a KT anything. I just did it what I know. So I'm like, no. Then I was like, okay, fine, give me the rule book, give me the places where I can do. Then at that time, at the very moment, I just paused of 1 second in my mind. That if I go in this conversation, definitely I will lose my job. During that time, I shifted my tone. Calmly, I said, okay, I will talk with my senior, get in touch, fix this problem, and we will be good in that. So always calmness is the way of helping you to be a solution, not to be a problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Ankita. So I think Sayuj, your work is cut out for you because she is a very calm person. She believes in being part of the solution. So I think you are in good hands, safe hands. So next, I'll call upon our Associate SA, Arna Gupta. Please pick any of those leaders. Arna. Arna, who that could be. Sure, yes. Anybody has any idea who this could be?
Wow. It's a little bit.
Everybody's just like free man. Yeah, that I agree. Everybody's just like very surprised by his drip. Like, the drip should be. No idea. So, this is Charles de Gaulle. the French revolutionary, the French president.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it is the de Gaulle era, yeah. So he was a French army officer who, when France fell to Nazi Germany in 1940, he refused to accept surrender, and he actually created the he was a leader of the free French forces, keeping the flame of French resistance alive, and he was in exile. So he conducted a BBC radio show and then made sure that he was motivating the Frenchmen to actually not surrender to the colonial forces. And I have a very personal tidbit here. So there's a book written by Frederick Forsyth, which is called as Day of Jackal, which is basically the assassination, the try of assassination on Charles de Gaulle. So my father was an avid reader. I lost him 2 years back. So he actually named my brother Ved de Gaulle. So the de Gaulle comes from the surname of Charles de Gaulle. So for me, this name, that airport, all holds a very personal, kind of connection. So Anna, based on this, your topic is, so as I mentioned, he had a radio show which he conducted on Excel. So tell us about a moment when someone's words, a call, a message, a speech, gave you hope in a dark time. Tell us about a moment when someone's words, it could be a call, a message, a speech, gave you hope in a dark time. Anna Gupta. Thank you.
One of my special interests has always been looking at revolutionaries in other countries and how they manage to win in unsurmountable circumstances. So, like Nivedita just spoke about an exiled president communicating through the radio. I imagine what it's like to be one of those people being on the other end. You're just a normal citizen, you're not the president, but you know something is wrong. And you know something needs to be done about it. And what is motivating you is just a voice on the radio. I had somebody who was the voice on the radio for me. When I lost my father, quite a few years ago, I was in second or third grade. I didn't know how I would process this huge difference in my life. And every adult around me seemed to show up bravely, seemed to somewhat know how to do what to do, even when they were struggling themselves. But there were a lot of things that were suddenly different. I was coming home to one person and not two. I was not going to school because I had to go to the hospital. And when finally I did come to school, I remember this one classmate coming up to me and saying, "Hi." Now, that does not seem like a motivational message. But I think it reminded me that there was a world beyond my own. And there were other people who were living their lives. And that hi was preceded by a conversation and later a friendship. But what that hi taught me was, because it meant so much to me, think about what your hi could mean to somebody. Maybe a guest in the club who's nervous for the first time on stage. Maybe somebody in office who's been there for years, dealing with the same boss as you are, but is learning, but is working hard. I think all of us would like to be seen. And if we can do that for somebody, I don't think there's anything greater than that. Thank you.
Anna, that was a very heartfelt talk, and I can relate to it, right? Like sometimes at the lowest point in our life, somebody comes in and then just says, even their hi or a smile can actually change the course. So I really honestly relate to that. I'll call upon the last speaker for the day. So
moment that gave you hope.
do you want to? Yeah. Any idea what this could be?
Is it
Maybe historical.
Is it?
These are all, Google images. Huh? What?
Last airbender.
The president's history knowledge needs to be evaluated very badly. Okay, so this is Ashoka the Great. According to Google, don't come at me. It's so weird.
You should have
Because it's
given
with ears on stage.
Ah, yeah, that is what happened with Kareena Kapoor, yes. So, Ashoka, as we know, renounced the path of war and war and went into peace, and then he was also responsible for the establishment of Nalanda University. So, Sujit, the topic for you is yes, Sujit. So, Ashoka realized that true victory is winning hearts, not battles. So tell us a time about you that where you won over someone not by arguing but by understanding. Tell us a time you won over someone not by arguing but by understanding. Sujit, thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
evening. So, when I was in 12th standard, I really wanted to pursue engineering. For 2 years, I've been always about I like math, I want to do math, but being my family background, everyone in my family is doctor. So I always had to fight with my father to choose my profession. That the future I want to be an engineer in my life. So I used to have so many debates or discussion on the same, that me being a good student at studies, I can also do good in medical also. So I always when it comes to convincing my father, I always had to tell that these are the likings, these are the things I want to do, and for that I used to show in terms of the results that these are the things. Maths, I'm doing good. I'm getting all out of 100 marks out of 100. So again, some of my friends who were doing medical, even my sister is also a doctor. She also being very supportive of my choice that not to pursue the medical. She also helped me in a way that how I should convince my father to choose my profession going forward. So in conclusion, I will tell that it takes time to convince, and you have to be patient with it. And being a 18-year-old, it is always hard to tell or justify your thoughts to your parents. And in that phase, I think I was mature enough to convince him in a good way, showing the results, not with a in a not arguable way. So that thing helped me a lot, and I think I'm doing good. Thank you.
Convincing parents, the biggest hurdle anybody can think of, right? Thankfully, Sujit had a sister also as an added force. So tidbits to all the parents here who are planning to be parents, maybe listen to your kids also at times. They might know better what they are good at. Judman is nodding her head no. So.
Honest, like
Yeah, but then if somebody is planning for the future, as Mani said, right? In this term, some people start with family. Now in science's term, I don't know who all are planning to start families. Okay, so as I mentioned, the twist here is that we have a table topics evaluation happening today. So for that, I will be calling upon the wonderful, charming evaluator. So when I no evaluator.
we have to voting before the evaluation. Voting before.
Voting first.
Voting first.
Voting first.
Yes.
No.
No, evaluate.
But evaluation.
Okay, please decide and call it.
Okay, evaluation. Okay. So when I asked this person if there was any beacon in history where historical leader whose journey has inspired her, I'll be asking questions after this, Aditya. Okay, I'll have questions for you after this. Listen.
What is this, Aditya?
So she mentioned it as Queen of Arwa, of Yemen, the first Muslim female monarch who held a title that reflected both grace and dignity while also maintaining family relations. A new knowledge for me also. So please welcome on stage Toastmaster Maria.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Nivedita, for that wonderful table topic session, which was preceded by an even more fun activity. My throat was sore because I kept screaming Britain, British, but nobody found my British
There were two
word.
Britons.
Yeah, there were two British people.
Yeah, so I already found one.
And but
I didn't need
activities. Love the activity. And a fun fact, I didn't know Margaret Thatcher was British, and I was arguing with Arna.
Yeah, and I was like, she was the prime minister.
But that's what Toastmasters is about, embracing your flaws. And here I am embracing my flaws as I proceed to give the evaluations for our wonderful table topic speakers. So before I begin, I wanted to kind of also touch on what it takes to deliver a table topic speech. You have 1 to 2 minutes to make and leave a mark on your audience. And something that really helps if you follow the PREP framework. What the PREP framework means is you have a point, the P, then you have a reason for that point, you give an example, then you come back to the point. And this is something which I think each of us can take away from this session because all our speakers had a core message that they wanted to deliver. That was their topic. So I'll just quickly go in by starting with our first table topic speaker, Toastmaster Manju, who got Mother Teresa, and your topic was that all of us can do great things. I love that you started with an opposing view because immediately people were thinking, what are you going to say when you said that I disagree with this? I think all of us can do great things. And then you followed it up by giving a brief history on why you feel that way. And that's something which each of our speakers, I could see did that. They talked about a personal story. So this is what I'm going to be doing in my evaluation. I'm going to also be tying it into each speaker that is preceding the first speaker. I love that you had a strong conclusion and takeaway that, all of us can do great things. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture. It could be a small thing like coming and giving a speech and Toastmasters. So kudos to you on doing that. Some things that you can work on. I felt that this is something each speaker can also practice. Keep your hands free. When you're holding a paper, when you're holding something, you tend to have a nervous tick when you have something in your hand. It's just the way that it shows up. So you can leave your paper and start your table topic. And perhaps you could also utilize your voice even better. You could start by, all of us can do great things. So that way, each person is pulled in. And that's something which is also my challenge for you, Toastmaster Manju. But great job on giving an opposing view, starting with an opposing view. That was a really wonderful way to bring in the audience and having a proper structure to your table topic. Round of applause for Toastmaster. Next, we have our guest, Prasanna. Where is Prasanna? There he is. Who had got B.R. Ambedkar, and his topic was one rule on how people should treat each other that you would want to add to the Constitution. I love that you had the confidence to come on stage and talk about a topic which was out of your comfort zone, because maybe not all of us are familiar with the Constitution, or not all of us have an idea, a grand idea. But you made sure that you gave the history on what you know about the Constitution, about B.R. Ambedkar, and that helped each person get a perspective on what he did. I love that you also had a message that, the younger folks need to learn from the older generations. You need to have your takeaways from already existing systems in place. So that was really good. Think on the spot. Some things which you can actually do is keep eye contact with the audience. Even if we have a tendency when we feel nervous or when we're thinking about something, we look up. And that was something I noticed that you were doing, because maybe you were thinking, what should I say? maybe you can pick a few people. If you're comfortable, you can even look at your brother. And that will help you build confidence on stage. A challenge for you would be maybe you can think about crutch words that you're using. So for all our guests and also Toastmasters, just a reminder, crutch words are words we use when we don't know what to say. So we fill it with words like so, a common word for you was so. So you can maybe be mindful about that. But overall, great job, Toastmaster. Great job, Prasanna, future Toastmaster, for talking about the rule that you would like to inculcate and giving a history on what Dr. B. R. Ambedkar did. So round of applause for Prasanna. And Toastmaster Sneha, who got a very prolific figure from history, Nelson Mandela. It always seems impossible until it's done. That was a topic which was one that I really loved. Once more, Toastmaster Nivedita. I love that you started with a question. You know, you made everyone get in. This is a core thing that we have in our toolbox as a Toastmaster, you know, starting with a question. And I love that you also gave examples so that people felt more comfortable to answer or raise their hand. And you also gave a personal story, and you had good vocal variety. If there is something that I would want for you to inculcate and a challenge for you, you have to pause and wait for people to respond to your question. I did notice that you moved on and you didn't give the people a chance to raise their hand. So maybe what you could do is raise your hand if you have done something impossible that you didn't think you could do. It could be something small. And wait for 2 seconds and people will automatically raise their hand. That's something you can inculcate. And a challenge for you is maybe have a stronger takeaway. So your takeaway could be, what's the worst that can happen? So you could start your speech with that. What's the worst that can happen? And then talk about your reasoning for giving this statement and going further ahead, following the prep methodology. But great job on engaging the audience from the get-go, having very good vocal variety and starting with a personal story. Round of applause for Toastmasters there. Next, we had Ankita talking about Mahatma Gandhi. Where is Ankita? Oh, there. Our area director. A time when patience and calmness helped you win. So, Toastmaster Ankita, I love that you came on stage and you started to talk to us like we were your friends. That is a comfort that you build with your audience when you start with a story as if, you know, we're talking over chai. So I love that you had that comfort and you built that comfort with the audience. And you also had a lot of good vocal variety. When you were recalling that conversation, we could see the emotions through you. If there was some feedback that I would have, you did go a bit too fast. When you were recalling what you were talking about, I felt that there were times when you moved on too fast. So you could be mindful about the speed and pace at which you convey your story. And again, if there was a stronger takeaway, what was it that you wanted your audience to take back from this? Having patience and calmness. I felt you spent a lot of time on your story, which is good, but you also need to give some time in building on what it means when you share that story. But overall, I love that you built that engagement with the audience by talking to them like a friend and having wonderful vocal variety. Round of applause for Toastmaster Ankita. Next, Toastmaster Arnad, who had a figure that I did not know, Charles de Gaulle. So once again, Toastmaster Nimita, kudos to you. A moment when someone's words gave you hope in a dark time. Toastmaster Arna, I think I love the statement that you use, voice on the radio. Find the voice on the radio. You have a way with words. You have a way to bring out a story from seemingly simple situations. And your situation it was very emotional, but you also brought out a very simple hi as the core message. And that's something which gives people food for thought, that sometimes a hi can change somebody's life. I love that you also had, you showed this one phrase on how the adults were being brave and you didn't understand what that meant because you wanted somebody to join you in your grief, and just a hi made a difference. So I love that you have a very, very, very good message and you have a very good story to tell. If there is a challenge for you, I would want you to structure it even more with this very strong takeaway because you had a very good voice on the radio. So maybe that could have been your starting point, and then you could end with find your voice on the radio. But overall, great job, Toastmaster Arna. Round of applause for Toastmaster Arna. We had Sujit who talked about who got Ashoka the Great. Win over not by arguing, but by understanding. Toastmaster Sujit, you talked about the paths less traveled on. That was a very poignant message. You had a family of doctors, but you yourself wanted to get down the road of engineer. And this, I felt, had a moment for humor because all of us, usually there's the cliche that, okay, mera beta engineer banega. My son will become an engineer. and your family was different and you wanted to be that engineer. So you could have brought out that humor, but I love that you talked about this feeling of wanting to do something less, your family might not want you to do that. So I like that you talked about that. If there was a challenge that I would give you is maybe use your hands a bit better to convey. I did notice that they were a bit closed or clasped in between. That might give you less weight movement for you to convey your thoughts and feelings. And you also could inculcate a lot more voice modulation. You could maybe talk about sometimes not all wars are won by arguing. Maybe some wars are won by calmness and patience. So you lower your voice. That's something you can do. A feedback for all my tabletop speakers is have a good and strong takeaway. Think whenever you get your topic, you can take the first 5 seconds to think about what is the message I want to give my audience, and then recall a story and then tie it together in the prep framework. With that, that was my evaluation of all our table topic speakers, and I see the red card has been flagged for a long time. If you need a more detailed evaluation, please do reach out to me. And over to you, Toastmaster Nivedita.
Wow, what a wonderful evaluation session, Maria. Really comprehensive, and as Sai showed in his incoming speech, an evaluator will point out your mistake. You will know that you are supposed to improve, but you will still feel confident getting out of that room. So really wonderful evaluation. Thanks for that. Now, the mark of a good leader is to be punctilious, right? You have to be punctual. And we had somebody who was quietly monitoring all the timings from the start of the meeting. So when I asked his Toastmaster, what did the theme Beacon Burning Bright mean for him? He correctly attributed it to a source or a source of guidance. And for him, it was his mother. So with that, I welcome Toastmaster Twin Shoe for the timer report.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening. Today I was beacon of time for this meeting.
Yes.
And what a wonderful meeting it was. Today we have 6 table topic speakers talking about leadership, how our leaders were, and talking about their perspective of how leadership meant to them. So I'll quickly go through all the speakers who were on the stage. So first one was Manjarika. She took 1 minute 39 seconds. Second was Prasanna. He took 1 minute 5 seconds. Third was Sneha. She took 2 minutes 3 seconds. Fourth was Ankita. She took 2 minutes 17 seconds. Fifth was Arna. She took 2 minutes 12 seconds. And sixth, the last one, Sujit. He took 2 minutes 30 seconds. Finally, 2 minutes 30 seconds. Good mark. So evaluator took 8 minutes 30 seconds, and quickly I will pass my stage to Toastmaster Madam.
So now, the exciting part, the voting will be open. Everybody can vote, including the guests.
Is it working? Working. It's not working.
Okay.
So the link is bit.ly/BHTM vote 2.
It's not projecting.
Yeah, it's
Stop working. You can just turn it on. Is it again?
Can you write on
Yeah, I see.
This is
HTML. Where is this? It's not
I is showing it.
I just had
Anybody? You can use mushroom Wi-Fi.
Guess who are having problem with connecting to internet? Connect to mushroom Wi-Fi. The password is mushroom. Everything is lost.
Now you have to go to sources.
Anybody struggling with the link?
Go to sources, please. SDO.
And I think you will get an option. Yes.
It's visible. This is the link, everyone. There is a QR as well.
Yeah.
But you are having the link in your sorry, you have to send one second. And then need access for cameras. You will need access because you have to upload the video. Sorry. You will have to make it so don't need we put this in yeah, because I have to teach you how to upload the video. I can upload in my this is so hard. You have to create the pin button. Let's connect and do it. 5 minutes, but Canva can fit. Oh, what is busy and check the notice video. We'll connect for 5 minutes. Thank you. We have received 12 votes in. We need more votes. Can find out? We must proceed and say can on the vote. It says usually about both. Okay. She can vote on. She can vote.
You don't show that. You don't show that. Sixteen votes they have.
It's not out.
So we need 4 votes.
Yeah, please vote.
Please.
Go ahead.
Please, it's open vote.
Yeah.
You have to first need to vote. Been voted.
You need to vote. Do something. We are still waiting for the responses. Yeah. Now 8-1.
Okay, I will the results now.
Okay, so I think we have the number. So it was a wonderful experience, and I'm actually delighted to be on the stage today as PM Modi. I could give you guys a bit of general knowledge, I hope. Also, yes, now you might never forget Charles de Gaulle or Ashoka the Great. Who was the queen that Amaria mentioned, Aditya?
Somebody from Yemen.
Okay, it was that. So we got to tell the name. I'll be giving you feedback after this. But yes, I hope all the success to the upcoming XCOM members, and again, thank you as a member to all the previous XCOM members, including our wonderful president, ever smiling and resourceful Money. With that, I hand over the stage back to our presiding officer, the new incoming president, Sayuj Badals.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nivedita and Shirano. So guys, did you have fun?
Yes.
So you got to learn new things, and thanks to Toastmaster Nivedita, you learned to know about Charles de Gaulle and
Tell the other leaders.
and we did something different today. We did the evaluation on the table topics. Wonderful work, Maria. We just love the table topics evaluation. And that is the kind of experiments that I would love our club to do. And thanks so much, the VP at Tim, Aditya, and Priyansh. And it's nice, try experiment, it works great. If it fails, we obviously learn something. And great job on the table topics, everyone. And with that, I would like to call on stage Toastmaster Ankita and Toastmaster Mani for giving out our educational certificate for the previous term.
To give a glimpse about this particular segment, we have the awards to all the level completions members in the previous term, where we have total 6 education level completions, and we will be announcing the winners. And we request everyone to come on stage. First and foremost award goes to Toastmasters Somil Gupta for achieving level 1 of engineering. So up next, we have the next level competition member, Manjarika Kandalu Ravichan. Next, we have the members who completed level 1 of Dynamic Leadership Pathway, Toastmaster Priyansh Tripathi.
Not yet.
So up next, we have the member who achieved the level 4 completion of Dynamic Leadership Pathway, and he is Toastmaster Sayed Verghese. Congratulations to all the winners, and we have 2 other level completions, that is Toastmaster Abhishek Mishra along with Sumit Gupta. Up next, we would like to thank our area director for her time presence and conducting this installation ceremony.
Okay, so we have something for our outgoing president for his wonderful leadership and what we felt during the last 6 months. And Mani, it was a great experience working with you, learning a lot of things from you. So this is a token of appreciation from us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so we have one more exciting announcement, and for that, I'd like to call our founder, Toastmaster Akshay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's great to be here. I'm always there. I'm always there. So I'm here to announce a very special initiative that's going to be happening. There was something that was supposed to come out today, but that's going to be delayed by a week. The new release date for this so-called publication is now going to be July 12th, which is next meeting. Can anyone tell me what I'm talking about? Newsletter. Newsletter. Can anyone tell me what a newsletter is? I want to hear from the guests. Guests, raise your hand. Oh my goodness, they're all scared. Yes. Prasanna, right? Yes, I saw in the recording. What is a newsletter, sir?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. You know what a newsletter is?
No, I don't have idea what it means in Toastmaster, but it generally means that you give overview of what happened in the previous month.
Okay, all right. Close enough. Close enough. Yes, I.
Articles, achievements, and what are the happenings, events which happened over the period of time.
Almost, but not quite. That felt like a really easy answer. The answer is a newsletter is a regularly distributed publication sent to a mailing list of subscribers delivering news, updates, insights, or curated content on a specific topic. While traditionally printed, the vast majority are now sent digitally via email. So if you don't know that, I don't know. Anyways, our upcoming newsletter, the 4th volume called Bright Side, is coming out next Sunday. We already had a lot of article submissions from a lot of our members. So thank you, Arna, Samar, Aditya, and of course our president, Mani, for your lovely questions. Because the release date has been delayed by a week, that means we are open to accepting more articles. Trust me, this is going to be a fantastic publication. It's going to get a lot of recognition across the district, and you could potentially feature in the first newsletter of District 227. So if anyone has a good story to tell on positivity and looking at the bright side, you know who to reach out to, I'll make sure you're featured on this article. But that's not the real reason I'm here. I'm also here for another very important reason. Because it's our installation and because we have someone who's stepping away from the role of presidency. Can I quickly have on stage our president, Mani Kumar, on stage? I'm going to spend 2 minutes saying some nice things about Mani, and in the course of these 2 minutes, you're going to see Mani do a lot of things. Typical Mani things. What do you think? So, you have to listen. Because I feel like he's done a lot of us. Why? I don't know. He's done a lot of us in the last 6 months, so I feel I want to take at least 2 minutes to talk about this guy. When he had to step in as president, it was a very unexpected. Very unexpected because we had a vision for what our presidency was going to look like for this term that did not pan out. But lo and behold, this guy came to save the day. It was a very tough situation we were put in because he was our area director at the time, right? And to juggle both the area director role and the presidency role and a personal and professional life is no easy task. But what I will never forget is how ready and willing this guy was to step in for Bright Hearts, right? And I tell this about a lot of members every now and then. Sometimes we don't realize how special someone is, right, from their outwardly appearance, right? This was a very challenging term, a lot of ups, a lot of downs. But one thing I've learned about Mani is it's very easy to lead a club when things are going great, when it's convenient. But this man, he has found ways to lead our club even when times are tough. And that is one of the greatest hallmarks of an excellent leader, someone who's able to lead in all situations. Under his leadership, we were able to record the highest attendance at a division conference. We were able to record the highest attendance at a district conference. And I know a lot of you were not there for Crescendo in Kerala. Raise your hands if you were not in Crescendo in Kerala.
And I know all of you, thank you for raising your hands. I know you've all heard about Crescendo and the impact you made, but you had to be there. You had to be there to see the difference Bright Hearts made compared to all of the other clubs. And it was all under this guy's leadership. There was very well a scenario where that would not have happened. There was very well a scenario where that would not have happened, but it's thanks to this guy, and this guy never takes credit for anything. Okay. I mean this next part from the bottom of our couple of things. Firstly, in the line of presidents our club has had, money is not the most graceful. That's probably ours, right? Money is not the loudest. That was me. But money, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. In the history of presidents that our club has had, you are without a doubt the most important president we have ever had. Thank you so much. Thank you for standing by the Bright Hearts when they needed you the most. And most importantly, thank you for standing by me when I needed you the most. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You haven't already, please, at any point you can get this guy, talk to him one-on-one this time. Have a good conversation. Wonderful guy. And we are all going to have a big, huge party after this because let's face it, Sayu just cut out 20,000 rupees from his account. For this party, and I'm not going to insult him. You know, when someone dedicates that much money, we have to do it right. So let's make tonight a celebration of Bright Hearts. One last big cheer for money. 3 cheers for money. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip. So much money. Back to you, Sayu.
It was a beautiful presentation I received. I would like to show to all and thank you so much for this.
He's already doing his secretary job.
Thank you.
And this is a very rare piece of art because it actually has Money's face for it. Yes, you will understand that story once you become a member of the club.
Thank you all for giving this precious award and also with all your valuable messages and lines. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Akshay and Mani. And I know we're just a few minutes over time, so let me quickly make a couple of more announcements. Next week, we are going to have a mini marathon speech. So, excited about that. We'll have the other roles open up tomorrow. And for the incoming XCOM team, 25th of July, we're going to have our COTP meeting. So make sure that each and every incoming officer is there in that meeting. And with that, we come to the most important section. And today, since we just had the table topics, the best table topic speaker goes to Toastmaster Arna. Just have to figure this out.
No, I can. I don't know it's nice.
So Arna, you're talking about your high. I wanted to listen to it, but then Mani sent me an high and I got immersed in this high. So, but
What a voice! The power of
it's always great to see you on stage and take the table talks. And it's just all the time so much to learn from you. Thank you. And with that, I declare meeting 86. Come on stage and take a picture. And for the incoming XCOM team, we need to take a